Okay. Hello everyone. Sorry, I just woke up. Today is August 7th, 2025, and we are looking at a multi-day severe weather outbreak. I want to start talking about day one, and then we're going to day two because I believe that also is a big enough one to risk. Scattered severe thunderstorms are expected later today and into tonight across the northern plains. The most likely quarter is centered on North Dakota, where a few tornadoes, very large hail, and significant severe gusts are possible. Yeah, we'll go back to this in a second. Gonna bring up the um, this. Obviously, there's only a 5% tornado risk today, but there is an enhanced risk of severe weather today. Cape is already high as of 10 a.m. Storms are going to end by 2 p.m., but storm formation will begin again at about 4 p.m. and it's gonna get very bad. At 5 p.m. we can see the storms at 5, and 6 p.m. looks even worse. And then it forms into somewhat of a line. Very strong storms by 9, even into 10. And then we're seeing some signs of a derecho. Uh, Elevated storm ongoing this morning across northeastern Montana, supported by warm air advection around the surface low in southeast Montana. Associated cloud cover may form a differential heating zone, effectively creating a warm front across northern North Dakota. Forecast set up afternoon and evening. Surface low drift eastward towards Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota border. Low level southerly flow will bring in upper 60s to low 70 dew points. Surface temps in the 80s. Combine that with very steep mid-level lapse rates leads to ML Cape of 3,000 to 4,000. A strongly unstable environment. Expected evolution. Initiation by early afternoon, likely near Montana/North Dakota border in western North Dakota. This is storm mode. Supercells hazards is very large hail. We're talking 2 inches or greater. Damaging winds up to 75 miles. Tornadoes. Later evolution clusters into an MCS, tracking east across North Dakota. Potential for widespread damaging winds and line embedded tornadoes. If the warm front like zone becomes better defined, it may act as a preferred corridor for a potential derecho. And obviously, on the HRRR model, we saw Boeing echoes, which is a sign of a derecho. So they might consider putting this in a moderate risk, which would be enough for it possible derecho. Um, SPC notes low confidence for derecho, but significant wind threat remains likely. So obviously here we're still looking at a possible derecho. But it's very unlikely, but it's a severe MCS. So aftermath stuff late at night. Additional elevated storms pose up behind the MCS, fueled by continued warm air advection. Large hail, possibly from elevated convection over the outflow. Secondary area, this is northern high plains and central southeastern Montana. Post-frontal storm development, moderate instability in place even behind the front. Steep lapse rates plus elongated hard graphs support severe hail and damaging winds. Some storms might cluster and could eventually track into western south central North Dakota late tonight, continuing the severe risk. Other areas, northern Missouri, southern Iowa, ongoing now. Elevated storms reported by LOJ and warm air eviction. Sampled by steepness of lapse rates. Top 12 Z sounding. Isolated and wind gusts possible this afternoon. Southern Wisconsin / northern Illinois tonight. LOJ will redevelop, though deep level shear is modest. Rich moisture plus strong cape supports isolated damaging winds, marginally severe hail. So for the key threat summary, western into central North Dakota, afternoon into tonight. Hazards of supercells, hail, and tornadoes will evolve into an MCS, which is going to be a wind and QLCS tornadoes. Derecho not ruled out. Northern Montana into North Dakota. This would be a morning into afternoon risk. Elevated storm with hail transitions into a surface based by 9 p.m. Eastern / central Montana. This has been afternoon into evening risk. Supercell / clusters. This is a hail and wind threat. May move into North Dakota later. Missouri / Iowa. This is ongoing into the afternoon. This is southern, excuse me. Elevated storms, isolated gusts. Weak LLJ forcing. And Wisconsin / northern Illinois. This is an evening into night threat. Scattered wind / hail with evening convection. Moderate Cape modest shear. So we shouldn't see much of a supercells from those. Good news is again, there's not really good news. Biggest tornado risk occurs for North Dakota and Montana, fortunately. Biggest wind risk here is for Minnesota and North Dakota, and biggest hail risk is for North Dakota. Looking at tomorrow, because tomorrow. Oh no. Okay. Hail. Oh, we're not looking at tomorrow. Excuse me. I thought we would be looking at tomorrow because I thought that was gonna pose a tornado risk. It probably they might just upgrade it. Currently, they're not. Anyway, we really just looked at models, but I want to go back to 4 p.m. My own information is just about to start. Information is starting. EHI is very high in areas, and we'll continue to track along with where the storms are. Uh, see, and it's tracking with the storms here. This is North Stanton. Mu Cape is very high. Supercell composite is very high. This is probably supercellular. Surface-based cape is a bit lower than MU cape, which means this could be elevated. The STP in this region is up to 1.8. Some regions you go up to 2.3. So I do expect a few tornadoes. Unfortunately, you cannot rule out the risk of significant tornadoes that SPC is, but looking at these models, they don't look too good. Looking at uh, satellite imagery this morning, just across the United States once it wants to load. Again, there might be a derecho video that goes up today. I don't know yet. I'm debating depending on what the Stormbreaker Senate updates. Of course. Um, let's talk about the National Hurricane Center real quick and what we have going on in the tropics. We have something forming here. This has a 6% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. Uh, a tropical wave over central tropical Atlantic is producing disorganized shower activity. Environmental conditions are forecast to become more conducive for gradual development in a few days, and a tropical depression could form late this weekend or early next week, while the system moves west northwestern to the northwestern moves west northwesternward to northwesternward across the central tropical and subtropical Atlantic. Has a 10% chance through the next 48 hours, and has a 6% chance for the next 7 days. We have a 30% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. A weak area of low pressure located a couple hundred miles off the coast of southeastern United States is producing minimal showers and thunderstorm activity. Some slow or subtropical development is possible over the next weekend, while the system moves northernward to northeasternward, remaining well off the east coast of the United States. By early next week, the low is expected to become extratropical, ending its chances for tropical development. Has a 0% chance to form in the next 48 hours and a 30% chance to form in the next 7 days. Let's discuss Dexter. First, it is maximum sustained winds is 50 knots or 60 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure is 998 millibars. Um, located at 41.1 north, 50.4 west, and moving east northeast at 15 knots or 70 miles. It's a post-tropical cyclone. Looking at its potential track, this could be affecting some parts of um, the UK, although it is expected to die out before it reaches there. That's a good sign. Its 3-day forecast here is the most accurate, and you can see it's projected to die by 8 p.m. Wind speed probabilities, I can say nowhere over seas are they expected to get, I mean, over land are they expected to get any sort of tropical force winds. 50 knots is even lower. Yeah. Nowhere on anywhere near land is supposed to experience this. And hurricane force winds, there is a chance that it could produce hurricane force winds. It's very low at the moment. Bible time winds, again, that's what we're looking at. I'm not going to read them out because it's not affecting any sort of land. These are the most likely arrival times. So yeah, that's kind of all I want to do. That's what I want to work with right now. Imagine I could just like move it. I don't want to do anything else with this, as I do not expect it to be anything severe, and I do not expect it to affect anywhere in the United States. Can we get satellite imagery? We can. And that's what we're looking at satellite wise. Storm formation is going on in the north. Some storms are firing here. And a lot of clouds over here this morning. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. Do expect a live stream at about maybe 2 p.m., give or take. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you did, even if you didn't, and you're not hearing this now, if as long as you clicked the video, that does mean a lot to me. Back later.